Are we expecting our children to fit into our box? What I mean by that is, do you guys remember when our kids were small, we had that toy, or many of us had this toy where it was like a 3D thing and it had shapes cut out of it, and we had to take the little shape and the kids had to put them into the right place and match the shape, right? So I want you to think about that, and I want you to think about the square shape or the rectangle, doesn't matter to me. And I want you to imagine that that's us, okay? And then we're taking one of the shapes, we're just grabbing a shape and we're trying to put it into the square spot. Now, sometimes one of these shapes, which represents our children, by the way, it matches, right? It's square as well, and it kind of like just a little bit of fiddling, and all of a sudden, boop, it just drops right in. Everything is smooth, everything is good, right? That works really, really well, and that's easy. And that's if our child is similar to us, right? And that's kind of chance, right? The other time is if you put your hand down and you grab another shape, like a circle, and then you try to actually just put that circle shape into the square. Well, what's going to happen? It's going to keep hitting it. It's going to be ramming into it. It's going to feel like there's a lot of resistance. There's going to be frustration. There's going to be like annoyance, right? And as a parent, what I would ideally want is for us to be flexible enough to be able to go, okay, that's not working. Let's see if we can find another way to make this work that fits for them as well. But what we do as parents, unfortunately, with our expectations and our confusion is we keep trying to ram this circle into the square. And for some children, what they ultimately do after resisting for a while is they shrink. They shrink themselves. So now I want you to imagine this circle is shrinking. And they shrink themselves because that's the way it's going to fit into the square. Because at the end of the day, all children want to belong in their family. They want to fit in. They want to find a way. And what we end up doing is making them feel small. And if that's what we're doing to our children, you can imagine that suddenly we are really resulting in having them feel like they're not enough, right? That they need to always adapt to other people, that they're not worthy of being seen and heard, that they are difficult because they didn't just fit in the first place, right? There's so many messages here in this metaphor. And so I don't think as parents we intentionally ever want to make our children feel small, because we know that if they feel small, they're not going to succeed in life. How can they, right? So our goal here is to help to keep our child, if they're a circle and they're different from us, let us learn to do what we need to do to help us find the other shape where they can fit in and know that they're still entering into the same place, right? Our family. So the end place that that circle drops in when you put it in the right spot is still within the family, right? Still where they belong. So all can still be well. We just have to change how we are approaching this. So I hope that makes sense to you. But the key message that I want to give here is if you have a circle for a kid and you're a square, then recognize that maybe we need to soften our edges a little bit by being more flexible, right? And rather than shrinking our child to fit in to our box, we adapt and find a way that works for both of us. Okay. Thanks so much. I would love to hear your comments about this metaphor. Bye.